Hello, YouTube family. We're back.
Hi.
And the wig is shaking.
The bun is hitting. It's bunning.
Yeah. The faces. Whew.
Come on.
We got some stories to tell. I'm Patty Jackson, your auntie of pop culture, Latoya Charleston, Chocolate Divinity. The hug.
You know, hit them with the hug.
Yeah, hit them with the hug. Y'all gonna be laughing in a minute.
Let's go.
First, we're gonna start with Nene Leakes. She says she didn't want the story of her son having a heart attack and a stroke to come out, but it's out.
Yeah.
And she says that Brent, 23 years old, is having difficulty with speaking. She says that her son did not do drugs or alcohol. They're trying to find out what led him to develop not only congestive heart failure, but to suffer a stroke. She's asking that people keep the family in prayers.
Please.
I got some news on the Wayans family.
Okay, what we got?
Well, y'all know Marlon. His new Netflix movie with Kelly Rowland starts streaming this Friday. It's a Halloween comedy where they play the parents of a daughter who can make Halloween decorations come alive.
And I'll be watching this.
And I'm going to be watching this. Curse of the Hollowed Bridge. Meanwhile, his older brother Damon Sr. and Damon Jr., they're working on a TV show for CBS.
I love this. Come on to the keeping the money in the family.
Yes, keeping the money in the family. This Saturday, Megan Thee Stallion, she's hosting and performing on Saturday Night Live.
Come on, Meg.
So do that. There was a wedding over the weekend. J. Alphonse Nicholson, a.k.a. Lil Murder.
Come on, Lil Murder.
On P-Valley, he got married.
I love this for him. I love this for them. Congratulations.
The pictures were great. His children, her children, longtime girlfriend. COVID they had to postpone it.
Yeah.
And they wanted a really nice ceremony, and they got it over the weekend, and the photos were great.
Beautiful. Congrats.
Kathy Lee Gifford. For years, she worked with Regis Philbin. Regis and Kathy.
Kathy Lee. What my sister and Wine talking about?
Well, she said hell no to reading Kelly Ripa's book.
No, what Kelly do to you?
Kelly Ripa took over for Kathy Lee when Kathy decided to leave. It's now Kelly and Ryan. Well, Kelly Ripa wrote a book.
What's she say?
Her journey from being a soap opera star to the show. And she said in the book that Regis Philbin was not always nice to her.
Well, you came into my show, girl.
Well, Kathy Lee said, I will remember Regis as he was. But there was controversy around his death because they said that Kelly was being fake. Like, oh, Regis is gone. He's gone. And they were like, you ain't even like him.
You know the one that be yelling the loudest is the fakest one at the funerals.
So Kathy Lee says no to that book.
Right, Kathy.
Bill Murray. We know him as a comic legend, TV legend.
That's my guy.
Caddyshack.
Yes.
Amongst other movies.
A legend.
Yeah, but his behavior is being called into question. Bill Murray has been called a bully. There's one, this movie staffer said he gave her $100,000 to straddle her and fondle her.
Key word. You gave, so you took it.
Yes, you took it. I guess she said, if you stupid enough to give me this money.
Bill,
why
ain't call me?
Yeah.
I could have straddled you for $100K. And you ain't even have to touch nothing.
But Bill Murray, he's 72. Look for his movie roles to decrease because too many stories are coming out about.
They about to put Uncle Bill out the pasture.
Yes, they are.
We said, you ain't get the Me Too memo.
R. Kelly supporters out of control.
What these idiots doing now?
Well, this one woman was arrested for threatening to kill a federal prosecutor.
Lock her up.
Then you had others out here beating up the people who are supporting the lawyers.
Oh.
They're a little too wild. Some of y'all should go home and clean your houses.
Your microwave, your tub, your toilet, I'm sure.
Because you have too much time.
Yeah.
On your hands.
And Kel said he ain't got no money, so who y'all think bailing y'all out?
Yeah.
Or helping your legal fees?
That lady's she's gonna be in there for a minute. Football great, and he is a football great. We're talking Brett Favre.
Ooh.
He is tired of people referring to him as the welfare queen.
Well, if it looks like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. It's a welfare queen. What you want?
Brett took the money that was designated for welfare families in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Brett says he know the money was for them.
And lies.
And he says it's time to set the record straight.
The record's already straight, sir. We know.
Brett is losing endorsements. This is chipping away at his NFL legacy because nobody wants anything to do with him. Meanwhile, a lot of people didn't want to talk about it, but we're so petty, we're going to keep bringing it up.
Hello.
Because as much as they want to talk about Ime Udoka,
hello,
the Boston Celtics coach.
This the real tea over here.
Yeah.
Y'all stealing.
Yeah, the Brett Favre is a bigger story.
Thank you.
But I do have scoop on Udoka.
What we got? What's up?
Well, who snitched?
Now, I heard it was a player. One of the players got mad at him. But I know you gonna give us the real deal of what went down.
Who told the Boston Celtics about this?
Who, Patty?
He was messing with a Mormon.
Uh-huh.
Her husband.
What?
Her husband told them, he's messing with my wife.
I guess he saw that bump protruding, and he said, the math ain't mathing.
When, you know what? I cannot wait. It might take a few years. Udoka, you got to talk. You got to talk. Because what the Celtics did to you was wrong.
It sure
They should have fired you.
Yep.
They suspend you, cut your pay. You can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing. You know, before the scandal, he took the Celtics to the finals.
Yes, he did.
He was up for a contract renewal next year. He could have went from making $3 million to $9 million. You know, because he's proven I can take these teams to the finals.
Yes.
But that's not going to happen because now no NBA team is going to touch him.
Do we see a possible lawsuit?
He could. I'm telling you. I think Udoka's going to respond and be like, y'all shouldn't have leaked this story. This story should have never came out.
Exactly.
It was between two consensual adults.
Yes.
Yes, they were wrong. They were cheating.
Absolutely.
But
y'all not going to mess with my livelihood.
Yeah, because that's what they did.
Udo, get your lawyer.
Yeah, lawyer up. Ciara's on the cover of Allure magazine and beautiful, some beautiful photos. Lizzo is on the cover of Vanity Fair.
Okay.
And she says, well, she's been accused of making music for white people, which is stupid. I hate when people say that.
So
no,
dumb.
she doesn't.
Stop.
Lizzo says she makes music from her Black experience. Her tour is incredible. I love the new project.
Yes.
People just want to mess with Lizzo.
It's wild because this girl's voice, if you've seen her in person, she is such a powerhouse. If anything, to me, her music goes back to the days of like big band music because that's what she gives her. The dancing, the voice, the background dancers, the instruments. Like,
I love it.
big
I love it
band.
all. I love it
Love
all.
it.
Love it
Stop.
all.
Leave her alone.
But you got to check her out on the cover of Vanity Fair magazine. This year, Jennifer Hudson won a Tony Award for her Broadway musical that she produced, Strange Loop.
Okay.
It's already closing on Broadway.
Yep.
Poor ticket sales. Poor ticket which is
Christmas
a shame.
is coming up, so the people got to save.
But you know what? These Broadway productions cost so much money.
Yes, they do.
It's already closing on January 15th. So I'm sure they're going to get that last money and then it's going to end.
Let's be clear, Broadway shows are pricey. Ain't
Yeah.
nothing cheap about a Broadway show.
No, but if you love musicals and it just won a Tony, it just seems crazy that a musical that can win a Tony and can announce their closing within the same year.
I'm glad she got her Tony.
They say that So Def and Bad Boy Records are going to do a Versus, even though we thought Versus was over.
Now, Versus can be over after this, but I better see this come to Philadelphia. I need a tour out of this.
Well, we're going to see what happens because you got Jermaine Dupri. You got Puffy.
Come on.
Two labels that were started in 1993.
Wow.
So Def gave us Escape, The Brat, Jagged Edge, Lil Bow Wow. Puffy had Biggie, Mace, Faith, 112, The Lox.
Oh, goodness.
Puffy got my little favorite because
Carl Thomas.
Carl Thomas.
I love Carl Thomas.
Because I love Biggie. Yeah.
This is gonna be good. I'll be checked back in the Versus.
But Mace will not be there. Now, Mace ain't showing up. Mason's already said that Puffy's stuff is in his mother's name.
Mace mom probably like, is Versus in his mama's name too?
Yeah, so don't look for him there. Yesterday, I talked about the Black Lives Matters movement.
Okay.
And it's really a shame that the people who were leading the organization were squandering and stealing the money. I know them donations dried up.
Well, you know, Kat, what's her name? She used to be on The Talk.
Yeah, Sharon Osbourne donated. She gave money. $90,000. Girl, that's gone. The founder then built some houses in California. That it's gone. But what's really a shame, and you're going to see books and documentaries on it. Today, we don't have the leaders that you had in the 60s, and they're not leaders. I think they were ill-equipped because the money was coming in so fast they didn't know what to do with it.
Yep.
So then they decided, I'm going to buy some houses and some cars and take care of this one and that one. It's a shame because there's so many people who could have benefited, you know, from that whole Black Lives Matter movement. So when Kanye said it was a sham, parts of it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was. And you're going to see all kind of document. They're going to look back at this piece of history and said, look at the people who could have been helped, the families who could have been helped, but they squandered it because they really didn't know what they were doing.
No.
We don't have leaders today.
No. And
we don't.
I do know part of the leaders thing they were saying, like, because you go back in the day, most of the influential leaders of the day, you're targeted and you're taken out of here. So these new age, you know, foundations, they tried to operate without a face, but you see what happens when you operate that way. There's no one person you can go to for accountability, and it's just, it's sad.
They took that money and
it doesn't take away though from what Black Lives Matter overall means. There's still relevancy to that till this day, and it will be until we clear this out of the way. And it's just sad how they just stained
they did
something that could have been a real legacy. It could have gone and helped Black people.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
Instead, they went to help themselves. Yesterday, you weren't here.
No.
Well, Ashanti has responded to Irv Gotti.
I heard. It's giving obsessed.
And she said, you're giving obsession.
Giving the best.
Plus, yeah, you're stressed, you're obsessed. And you've got a little Vienna sausage. Well, because if you get the cans of Vienna sausage, you'll notice that they're incredibly small.
Very tiny.
They're very tiny.
Well, you know, the ones with the kielbasa, they be real quiet about they business. It be the Vienna sausages that want to talk all the time. You just mouth. You got so much to say. You see kielbasa say, you know what it is when I step in the room. You know what, you see the bratwurst. What's up? Ain't nothing to be said.
Meanwhile, Irv Gotti has been really quiet, but Ashanti said, keep my name out of your mouth.
As she should.
Or everybody's going to know that the Vienna sausages are very small.
I got
them in the can. I've got receipts.
Don't play, Irv.
Don't play with me, Irv. Stop talking about me.
Hello.
You're obsessed.
It's giving very obsessed. Stressed.
You're stressed.
Yes.
And your sausage is a little small. It's tiny.
Tiny Tim.
Remember Tiny Tim?
Come on, Tiny Tim over there. You just talking. So remember this. Viennas they got too much to say. The kielbasas and the bratwurst over there quiet. You know what it was.
Just quiet.
She remembered the time. MJ voice. And what we as the women do, we be like, I remember.
I remember.
I sure do remember back. Oh, it got a little hot.
See, there's a lot that goes on, especially when she makes an appearance here with us. But it's Curls and Scoop. It's laughs. It's our silliness. But there's a lot of good stuff there in between.
Yes. And thank you for updating us as always, Patty.
Yes. Yes. Because I'm going to get to the bottom. I'm telling you, if I wasn't doing this, I would be a detective somewhere.
Come on now.
I would be a detective somewhere.
Y'all don't see the lines connecting and the dots? Because I could have told, we could have closed this case a week ago.
A week ago. It's like, this is obviously what happened.
Or maybe one day we'll get a cop show in our existence. We all speak that into existence.
Yeah, we're gonna get a cop show. We're gonna sit here. We're gonna sit here and do that. But have a great afternoon, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Patty Jackson, Chocolate Divinity, Latoya Charleston. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. Give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment.
Please.
Subscribe to the channel. You'll never miss anything.
Come on now.
Not the wig shaking.
None of it. The jokes.
The joke.
The laughs.
None of it.
The lashes. The good face.